you?
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it's been about a week since we met last.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anything happened in that time that you maybe wanted to talk about that was important?
Nothing new.
Nothing new?
No.
So nothing over the past week has stood out as a good thing or a bad thing? It's all been
Yeah, pretty much the same.
okay. Okay. So the last couple of sessions we've kind of talked about you wanting to feel better about the way that your body looks, the way that you perceive yourself whenever you look in the mirror. Yeah. Okay. If you don't mind, could you maybe go into a little bit about what you think about yourself, just kind of in general?
I guess I don't measure up to what I think I should be. I'm fat, although most people say I'm not. Well, all people say I'm not, especially people who really are big.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even be vocal about it because they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like anything about the way I look. I love to wear makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like my hair. I'm actually better than I used to be than when I was a teenager.
Okay.
I wouldn't even get in a swimsuit, refused. I kind of don't get in a bathing suit now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I've gotten older and it's hard to find one that covers things up, especially after you've had kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way clothes fit. If they fit wrong,
Mm-hmm.
it makes for a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fit right for 5 minutes and you get in the car, too late to change and your day's shot.
Mm-hmm.
If I let it be.
Mm-hmm.
Do I let it be?
Mm-hmm.
I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
I try to talk myself out of it. I tell myself people don't really see this.
Mm-hmm.
This is all in your head.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even wear a jacket, which a jacket is a good cover-up for me. And I try to buy, bigger clothes. I've gotten to where I buy smaller ones. See, this isn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
My pants actually, they're a little big,
Okay.
but that's not my fault.
Okay.
Um,
If I can stop you, I just want to point out
Oh,
two
sure.
different times that you said that you've made an effort to try to feel better mentally about yourself.
I suppose.
Yeah. That's really great. I mean, you don't sound like you're sure that it has helped.
Yeah, I'm not sure it has.
Yeah.
Because I do it every day.
Uh-huh.
And if you have to do it every day, then you're not helping yourself, right?
Well, I mean, you definitely want to try and see if there is a solution that you don't have to use so often, or that maybe you use often at first, and then because it really does change your perception of yourself, then maybe that solution can lessen.
So maybe I don't do it enough.
I mean, that's something that we can talk about. Yeah. So you were saying that no one understands you. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't say that I'm fat or
Mhm.
that I feel gross because people don't. All I hear is, what? You're so small, you're so cute, you're so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see those things.
So most people would like to get compliments, I think.
Yes, I don't want them.
So you don't. So are you wanting people to agree with you?
Yes, just tell me the truth so I can fix it.
Uh-huh.
To me, but they don't see that, so it's not the truth for them.
Right.
And compliments are uncomfortable
What?
because I'm afraid they're lying. they want something or.
So what do you do whenever you receive a compliment?
I usually turn red,
Uh-huh.
which is embarrassing in itself.
Uh-huh. It's kind of like a cycle.
Uh-huh. And if I'm to where I can't get out of the situation, I'll start to sweat.
Mm-hmm.
I want all eyes off of me. So, maybe that's another reason I wear things that don't fit,
Mm-hmm.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's one reason I don't speak up either,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want the attention.
So you don't talk about the way that you feel about yourself to others because they come back at you with any kind of disagreeing compliments.
Yes.
And you also don't talk because you don't want attention, because you don't like the way you look.
Because the things they have to say are not what I need to hear. I don't believe them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that they believe that,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't believe that what they're saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
So, it feels like a big lie.
Mm-hmm. And what advantage do you think that whoever it is that's telling you that you look great, what advantage do they have to lie to you? What do they have to gain from that?
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only ones that I believe are my family, that's it.
Mm-hmm. So you trust your family then?
Yes.
Okay. So if any one of your family members says to you, any opinion at all, you believe it or?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yes, it is. I
Yeah.
have a circle,
Okay.
and those are truly the only people I believe.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, let's write down some of these things that are important for us to kind of use in our session today. So later on, whenever we talk about maybe trying to help you a little bit, you know, just kind of step by step throughout our sessions, we can kind of refer back to some of the things that you point out on your own that help. So, okay. And so then I also heard you say that you know that people that are larger than you really don't think that you're big,
Mm-hmm.
because in comparison, you're not.
Right.
Okay.
And they get angry.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't blame them.
Sure.
But you've already opened your mouth.
Uh-huh. So it sounds like you can show some empathy and put yourself in their shoes and kind of, yeah. Well, so that's good that you have, some of that. That's a skill that you have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can have too much of that too.
Yeah.
Which I have.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. A lot of things are about balance. Yeah. So since you kind of mentioned comparison, it makes me wonder if there's other comparison in your life, if you
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a twin sister, and we don't look anything alike.
Mm-hmm.
We look more like sisters, but
Mm-hmm.
she's always, been the, I don't want to say beauty queen, because she wasn't, but
Mm-hmm.
she could have been a model, if
Mhm.
she'd taken care of herself
Mm-hmm.
and all that. I mean, she had perfect ivory skin and blue eyes, black hair, skinny. She even had charisma. I didn't have any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it didn't help having a mother to point all that out for me. So I do. I still to this day will compare myself to her. Not so much anymore because her life is such a shambles. She looks horrible at the moment, but she is still, the one that I look up to,
Okay.
and she still has that personality I always wanted. I always wanted to be able to just call anybody and say anything, or wear anything that she wears.
Mhm. So when you said, you described all these good qualities that she has,
Mm-hmm.
you said that she's skinny, that she's pretty, she has charisma. You wanted all of that, as in you didn't have any of that. Is that right?
Right.
Do you still feel that way?
Oh, yeah.
You still feel like you don't have any of those qualities?
It's fun. I don't think I'm quite as delusional about the looks part. I think, as far as me accepting me, I've come somewhat farther, just with age. I
Okay.
care less
Okay.
about what people think.
Okay.
And I do try to look at the main quality I do have and stress it.
Okay.
The way I do my hair, I'm meticulous about my hair, meticulous about my makeup. That's something I can express me through,
Okay.
and I love doing it.
Okay.
I'm doing different things. I've already forgotten the question. Do I still see myself?
Do you still think that you lack all the qualities that you look up to your sister in? That she's pretty and has charisma, and she can call anyone and say anything.
Yeah. Personality-wise, yeah, I will never. And I do need to accept that I will never be that way. It's not me.
Can you maybe identify with that everyone is different?
Yes,
Okay.
but when you let, I won't make a phone call because I'm afraid.
What is it that you're afraid of?
Dead air.
Can you go into that more?
I'm afraid. Unless the dead air, because when you get off the phone, somebody makes a judgment about you. They can't see your face. I want to see them in person. That way I know for sure they're okay with me.
Okay. Okay, let's stop for a second. Okay. You can do whatever you want with your body. You don't have to look at me. You can look wherever you want. Let's take some breaths. You're okay. I don't want you, you can do whatever you want in this room. You can, you can feel how you want and say what you want.
There it is.
But I'd like you to stay with this emotion though.
Okay. Like there's a cousin I want to call really bad, and I can't do it. I cannot get the courage up to do it. Her name is Susie.
Okay.
And, I mean, she only lives 30 miles from me. And I can make friends, but I don't make close friends. And you have to be really special to be a close friend. I don't give up my time that easily.
Okay. Okay.
And I really want to get closer to Susie. But I'm so afraid she'll think I'm boring.
So right now, a specific goal for you is to be able to form a closer relationship with your cousin Susie. Okay. And
And to call anybody.
to call anyone at all? Okay. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and write this down. By the end of our session, we'll have, your goals and we can add to it, we can modify to it next time. This isn't concrete, it's just what we think today. Okay, so one goal is, so an overall goal is that you would like to be able to call anyone, right? So just making phone calls.
Yeah,
Okay,
and not feeling awkward.
making phone calls without feeling awkward, and what else?
Pretty much, so I can remember what to say. I get so nervous, I can't remember what to say.
Okay, so without feeling awkward and nervous,
Mm-hmm.
and nervous kind of translates to anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll go with that for a goal as a general goal. But I think for a specific step towards that, maybe since what you're kind of wanting right now is to call one specific person,
Mm-hmm.
that calling that person can be a really good step.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, would be.
Okay. Okay. So, before we get into all of this, I kind of want to backpedal just a little bit. So, we were talking about if you still feel like you're missing all the qualities that your sister has, and then this kind of gatewayed into,
Well, it has
Phone
to do with
calls.
her charisma.
okay.
She can talk to anybody
Mm-hmm.
and have a conversation and,
And that's something you really want. Okay.
I want to appear stronger.
Stronger.
Even if I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to appear that way. Without them thinking I'm a bitch.
Yeah, that's a big thing in our society for us women in general, is that if we are even a little bit not nice, even for 1 second, that's kind of what we're called, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My sister, when anything's wrong, everybody calls her.
When anything's wrong, as in she has a solution.
No.
Why is it that they call her?
I don't know. It has always been that way, even when I was involved. So I got uninvolved. I'm not important enough.
So that's something that you want, is for people to rely on you. Is that right? Okay.
I mean, I'm not dumb. I have a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I've done more than she has.
Mhm.
Why does she still get the credit?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can hear that you're really mad
Mm-hmm.
right now.
And I'm older.
Yeah. You feel
Nobody
like
would
you-
give me the house key or anything.
Uh-huh.
And it's still that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's almost as if you feel like, you deserve and she doesn't, but she gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that sounds childish.
No.
But I never told her that, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's still my best friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you ever want your best friend to tell you the truth?
I don't know, because it would change things.
Does it have to change it for the worse, or?
Well, in society, there's an order. I mean, you can't be even.
What do you mean by that?
It's like leaders and followers. You can't have both. I mean, all
Okay.
the same kind,
Sure.
or they clash.
Uh-huh. So kind of what you're saying is it takes all kinds of people to run the world?
I just want, if they they would just look at me as an adult.
And who is this you're talking about?
My whole family.
Your whole family?
The family I don't talk to anymore, that would be my aunts and uncles. If I had anything to do with my mother or
Mm-hmm.
all of them.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that does is Sheila,
Mm-hmm.
stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
That's because right now it's like my sister's incapacitated
Mm-hmm.
because she's a lush.
Alash.
So I don't know if Sheila would do that normally or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she would.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you said that you kind of realize that it takes all kinds of people to make our world like function the way that it does, do you realize your place?
I do, and I don't like my place.
What do you think your place is?
To let everybody do what they want.
You sound like you think your place is to be a doormat. Is that right?
I don't know about doormat. But I feel like it's become that way.
See, I don't think that's what your place is supposed to be.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I mean by being stronger. I want to be seen as,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but to tell you the truth, I don't know how without stirring everything up.
You don't know how to be stronger without stirring everything up?
I mean, I do things silently, but nobody knows that I do them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you are right though. You have a credible thought there that, you know, when you do things differently, if you dance differently, the rest of the world would dance differently. Nothing goes, you know, unrippled.
I know, and do I want to do that?
Mm-hmm. So it almost sounds like you're scared of changing a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's kind of narrow it down just for today. Let's go into what we can do. Okay? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. All right. So, when was the last time that you wanted to call Susie? Let's just start there.
Yesterday,
You wanted to call Susie yesterday? Okay.
but she's in Stillwater, Minnesota right now. But I guess I did.
Okay.
But I'd say when there was a chance to call her,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted to, and I stopped myself,
Mhm.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just last Saturday, you wanted to call Susie? And can you recall, right when you had the thought that you wanted to call her?
About 6:30 in the morning.
Did you wake up wanting to call Susie?
Just about, because I went to Sutherland's at 7,
Okay.
and I
Some-
wanted someone to go with.
Okay. Sounds like she is really important in your mind. You just don't know how to make that a reality. Okay. Okay. And so then, did you actually pick up your phone or describe to me what happened? You didn't pick up your phone?
I just said she probably wouldn't know anyway.
You told yourself she wouldn't want to go? Did you tell yourself anything else? Did you finish that sentence? She wouldn't want to go with me because...
I got something else to do, or, I bet she'd go with Stacy.
Okay. So, I would bet this isn't the first time that you've told yourself something, you know,
No,
kind of negative like that, huh?
no.
Okay. So you thought about calling her.
Mm-hmm.
You said she doesn't want to go with me.
Mm,
She might go with my sister, but she has something better to do if I ask her.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And
I went alone.
you went alone. Well, that is really great that you're talking about being strong. That is a really strong personality trait to say, you know what? That's not going to stop me. I'm going to go do what I want anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go,
Yes.
but I went, because I'm like,
Yes.
I'm going.
See? That's determination. I hear the determination in your voice. That's great. Yeah, no, you're doing good. That's one thing that you have on your side for sure. So, and so you didn't pick up the phone, and you said, so what were the consequences of choosing not to call Susie? What happened after that?
I got my 4 plants and
Mm-hmm.
went home.
Mm-hmm.
When I could have, ended up going to some garage sales even.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go to garage sales a lot. Now, sometimes I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did.
You did go to garage
I
sale?
did.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to Inola
Okay.
and I bought 2 bowls.
Mm-hmm.
But I went.
Mm-hmm. It almost sounds like, well, I mean, it's really, really great that you are not letting it stop you from doing the actual task and going to your
I
destination.
usually do.
Yeah. Oh, you usually do, but you didn't this time?
Like, it's gonna be lovely. I'm getting out.
There you go. See, so you told yourself something positive, and you went anyways, right? So then, right before that happened, you told yourself something negative, and then you stopped yourself from doing something. You want to think about that for just 1 second? Do you see the power of your mind?
Yeah. I suppose so.
Yeah.
You don't think about those things.
No. No. Yeah, see, you really did that. I mean, you are strong. Your mind, you have the capability to tell yourself something, and then it has a consequence. And you did that 2 times that morning.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So, but it kind of seems like I hear it that you're like, well, I did that, but it could have been better. Yeah.
Well, it was a good day.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Mm-hmm. So the consequence was,
I could have seen Susie and done it too.
could have seen Susie. You could have worked on a relationship with her. Yeah, but you didn't though. Right. Okay. Okay. So, so if you can imagine changing, if you can imagine calling her, having a conversation, saying, I want to meet you here and doing that, what would that be like for you? What would it be like to change?
What if she said no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that you're really scared.
Danielle, my friend, said no.
This is a recent thing.
Mm-hmm. She was a long time friend in Joplin.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else said no too, but I don't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of,
Yeah,
I've been too many no's.
too many no's. So a little bit ago you said that you trust your family. And Susie is family, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you trust her, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I would just kind of let that thought resonate. So it sounds like your barriers to change are your fear of rejection, and then the fear of not only rejection but just fear of what they're gonna think of you.
What if they say yes?
And then what? What happens then?
What if I don't live up to what they think? What if I do live up to what they think?
How about go ahead and answer that? What if you don't live up to what they think?
Then I'll be a horrible person.
That make you a horrible person? Okay.
Yeah, because that was a family that, she's part of the family that degraded me my whole life. So, her opinion means a lot.
She was part of the family, or she did degrade
She
you?
did not.
Okay.
She just,
Okay.
she was part of the family. She never did.
There you go. Yeah. Doesn't sound like she gave you a reason.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So I bet she doesn't think that way.
I know it's all in my head.
No. No. Even if it just is in your head, it's just as real and just as valid as if it's sitting right in front of you and you know it for a fact. Because what we said a minute ago is that your mind is so powerful. It's just as real. But you are making a strong effort, because you are strong, to try to change, it looks like. But you're really scared, I can see that. Yeah. It's okay. So, what benefits would you have if you did make a change and decide to call her and pursue a relationship there?
I'd have somebody other than my sister
Mm-hmm.
who'd remember what I said. And I could get out of the house and have somewhere to go besides finding my kids all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because, they're busy and I have nothing to do but sit there and look at my husband, and I love him, but not that much.
Mm-hmm.
I need something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's my own age,
Mm-hmm.
who's not completely, totally crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but not completely, totally sane either.
Mm-hmm. That you have enough in common with? Yeah. Yeah. Those all sound really important, like they could really be good in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you think of any other benefits?
Well, we could probably help each other out. She was a nurse, I was a nurse.
So you're saying that you could be useful in her life.
Yeah, she has depression. I do.
Mm-hmm. So right now you're stating you have something good to offer?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad you can recognize that. Okay.
Me too.
Good. Okay. So then for the barriers to changing, I think I just kind of heard fear of rejection. Was there another one you were thinking?
Just the anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, and then having to keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
If you start one, you have to keep it up.
Mm. What's the fear there?
I have a hard time committing.
Mm. Okay.
The only ones I definitely make plans with are my husband and my kids, that's it.
Okay.
I cancel with anybody else.
You know, I just, correct me if I'm wrong, this is just a guess. It doesn't seem like you put yourself as a priority, but you put your husband and kids as a priority. Like you can make commitments for them, but you can't really make for sure commitments for you.
But it's not a commitment for me.
Uh-huh.
Ever since I got 2 DUIs,
Mhm.
I have to make up for that.
Mm.
I have to keep every promise to all of them. They are my priority. And I never want to lose sight of that.
Mhm.
I will never, ever, 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 ever change that.
Mhm.
But it doesn't mean I don't make myself a priority.
Mhm.
Really, it's not.
Yeah, I can hear that. You really mean what you're saying. There's a lot of conviction, but there's also a lot of pressure there too.
If it means I don't have friends, then I don't have friends.
Mm.
And I'm not
Okay.
ever give up on that.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons I like Susie, or thought it would be good with Susie.
Mhm.